Today I want to talk to you about the 10,000 hours. Every time you hear in order to master something, you need to have 10,000 hours of practice about that. You can think in your mind, that for me will be impossible to get 10,000 hours or practice in my sport. This is the only way to get into elite. But now let me explain to you where those 10,000 hours come from. It's a research they made a long time ago about what it takes to master something. They get into the conclusion that 10,000 hours of practicing that will give you the mastering, will give you the unconscious competent. You will be competent. You will do it automatically. You don't need to think about it. How many hours a week you practice? Probably 10, 15 hours. How many hours you need to practice in order to get 10,000? You need to sleep in the field. You need to sleep over there and practice every day 8 hours, like a job. But it's not the case. Because remember, there are three aspects in your training. The first aspect is the physical aspect. The other aspect is the mental aspect. And the last one is the spiritual aspect. I don't talk about the spiritual aspect as a part of the spiritual life with religion and things like that. Your spirit is the power inside you who moves you. That's your spirit. When your spirit has an intention, that intention moves you. And then, when you decide to really do those 10,000 hours, don't need to be 10,000 hours of use physical effort. Every aspect you do, everything who is contributing to the goal, to the formation of that athlete you want to be, counts. In this moment, I exercise my mind and I do mental exercises. That hour counts. If I'm watching the TV and I'm watching how they move, how they create that kind of movements, even if it's not related with sports, but my mind has a sport mindset, what can happen? That hour counts. If when I'm watching TV, I'm doing flexibility, I'm stretching my arms to the max. I'm stretching my arms just to make my arms more flexible, more easy to move when I do my exercises and don't get hurt. That hour counts. And then you start to accumulate hours every single day if you have the same intention. You don't need to go exactly to the practice and get 10,000 hours of practice of that. The practice is at 3 levels. You can do at home. You can do when you are driving. You can do when you are in your ride. You can hold the seat and left your knees up, and you are working your core section. And you are making hours for those 10,000. Don't get scared when you hear that. Just remember, everything you do, everything what you practice physically, mentally, spiritual way, counts as 10,000 hours. And then it's when you will get at the end of those 10,000 hours the mastery of what you do. But remember, 10,000 hours of physical practice don't give you the mastery if you don't have your mindset, if you don't have your spirit aligned and congruency with what you're doing. If your spirit is thinking that everything what you're doing is damaging you, because it's too much, you are killing yourself, guess what? Like Henry Ford says, if you think you are right or you think you are wrong, you're right all the time. And the moment you make an assumption, in that moment, you give the interpretation to the subconscious mind of what you're doing. That's why it's important for you, for me, as a coach, to make feel the athlete that everything in their life, everything what they eat, every time they breathe, is going to help them to be better. And that counts the 10,000 hours. Not only the 10,000 hours of practice. I hope you enjoyed this perception about the 10,000 hours, and you get more motivated to work not only at the gym every time and every moment of your life. Enjoy your day. See you in the next one.